Hello, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, we will be discussing the topic of witches, demons, sacrifices, and more. Just a reminder that these videos are not made to offend anyone in any way, but for those who enjoy creepy stories and conspiracies. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment down below. With that being said, let's get started. Witches. What are they? Are they just a made-up story, or are they real? In Mexico, witches are very popular. Not the ones you see dressed up on Halloween or from the movies, but the ones that actually practice witchcraft. There are many levels of witchcraft, and Mexico is one of the most popular countries where it's mostly practiced. Witches are women who have made a decision of giving up their life for the occult and practice black magic to cause harm to others. Today, we will be talking about some stories that have been shared around about witches, but first, we will take a look of how you can identify a witch. Most witches are identified by the people. They tend to live alone, far away from society, and can be only contacted for personal favors. Some witches have the ability to cast negative energy towards others. They are mostly contacted for brujeria, witchcraft. There are many types of brujerias that can be done to others, such as causing a relationship to break up, bad luck on someone, separation of families, even death. Believe it or not, people go to the extreme to get what they want. Witches use remains of chickens, pigs, candles, needles, rag dolls, ribbons, white salt, and for their darkest work, they even use human bones. It all depends on the work that they will be doing on the victim. Once the brujeria is ready, they take it to a cemetery where they can hide it between the graves. Here on YouTube, you can find videos of people who actually dedicate their time in digging out witchcraft from the graves. If you would like a video about brujeria, leave a pumpkin emoji in the comment section below. These are just examples of why witches are popular in Mexico and why some people are not bothered by them. But for those who don't agree with brujeria, have had some bad experiences with these witches. Not all witches can do the same thing. There is levels of what they can do. The more experienced, the more power they get. We know that witches get their power from the Lord of the Underworld, Satan. He is the one that provides different powers to humans who are willing to serve him. By the help of his demons and rituals, they are capable of causing some damage in people's lives. It has been reported that brujas, witches, can be seen all across Mexico, flying in their brooms or even shape-shifting into animals and turn themselves into a ball of fire. The witches are able to shapeshift themselves into animals like turkeys and the most common one, owls, lechuzas. I have a video about lechuzas if you're interested in this topic. The reason why they shapeshift is to go undercover and not be seen. This way, they will be able to achieve their tasks in either cursing families, homes, and even abducting children. Like the movies of witches, you always hear them being obsessed with children. Well, the reason why they need children is to complete their rituals and sacrifices to Satan. There has also been stories that brujas can smell when a newborn comes home. Apparently, a newborn child gives them better results for their sacrificing rituals, and some even eat the babies. Children are the most precious beings for God, and it is said that Satan likes to target the kids to make God suffer. Witches show their loyalty to Satan by sacrificing a newborn. This is the reason why they need powers to shapeshift into animals to get closer to their victims without being detected. My aunt has shared a story with me about witches. She tells me a woman she knew had just gave birth to a little boy. She had just settled into her home with her newborn. That night, her family members warned her not to go out late at night with her child. She didn't listen and went walking to the local store. She thought she could go and come back home before dark, but it was too late. As she was walking, she could hear an animal fly above her. According to the woman, she could feel the animal follow her and flap its wings above her. Once she made it home, she felt safe and didn't think anything of it. She set her bed and was getting ready to put her child to sleep. She made the decision for the baby to sleep with her the first night. It was around 2:30 a.m. when she woke up to feed her newborn child. When she sat up, she realized her child wasn't in the bed. She jumped off the bed, panicking, looking into the darkness for her son. She notices the window of her room was wide open. The light of the moon is the only light that was helping her see. She looks under the covers, even under the bed. But then, she sees something near the door. She walks up and notices it's her baby boy wrapped in a blanket. Her baby was asleep. She laid the child in the bed and checked him for any marks and making sure that he was breathing. The newborn was fine. She then remembered what her family had told her. When a newborn is brought home, the witches are in a hunt to take them. That night, she couldn't sleep and was holding the baby in her arms. Till this day, she confirms that a bruja was trying to take her baby that night. Now, if you ever take a trip to Mexico, make sure your kids are with you. You never know if a witch is watching you. It is also said that witches can be identified as balls of fire in the sky. In a small town in Mexico called Nika Chihuahua, there were stories of people who have seen these balls of flames. Nika is known for being a small town that has caves and mines. Old caves where large crystals have been found, but it's mostly popular for being the hometown of the witches. They even have a small witch painted when you drive in. Many residents in Nika decide not to be out late at night for the purpose of not coming face to face with a witch. It is said that the witches come out from these mines in the form of a fireball, looking for young girls to abduct and turn them into witches. According to the popular story of Nika Chihuahua, a young girl who was 16 years old named Montserrat, who worked at a bakery. One night, she was leaving work, and Montserrat decided to take the long way home. As she was walking, she heard the bell from the church go off and realized she was far from home. In Nika, when you hear the bell from church ring, it's a warning to notify people not to be out at night. Once it's dark, the witching hour begins. It is said that the witches found her and started to bite her to transform her into a Nika witch. The people in town started to look for the young woman, but they never found her. Some people say they saw her by the river, but she was no longer the beautiful girl they knew, but a woman with a deformed face and horrifying features. This town believes the existence of witches and are always making sure they are not out late at night. I have came across the story of a woman who talks about how she became a witch. She states that her family from generations back practiced witchcraft, and this is how she's able to become a witch. She claims to be a witch that can fly at night. She then explains the way she's able to fly. She has to pray to a demon that gives her the power. She then says, "The devil is real, and so are demons. I have worked with them in many ways. They like to manifest themselves in animals, and this is how I complete my rituals. When I was little, I went off into a hill and bathed myself in this oil, naked, in order for a demon to possess me. Since then, she has been able to have the power she has now. According to her, the devil can give you many things: money, power, beauty, etc. But the reason she worships Satan is for the power. She then explains how she is capable of flying. According to her, they make this oil from different types of animals and herbs. With that oil, they lather up the broomstick and, well, they put it in a place of your body that it's not meant to be in. Once that is done, you're able to fly in a broom. She is currently 86 years old and is no longer doing witchcraft. She says she passed her gift to her grandson, and he has taken over the family tradition. Her last statement was, "The devil exists, demons do too. Witches are real, and you have to respect everyone's beliefs." And again, this video is not made to offend anyone's beliefs, but mostly done for those who enjoy listening to different legends and stories. This is the end of this video. Please don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you have any ideas of what my next video should be, please leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys on my next paranormal story.